Thanks Raycon for sponsoring this video.
Guga, last time I was here, you dry aged a steak in ketchup. What the heck have you done today? Oh no.
Yes, that is correct. The ketchup dry age experiment was a success because in the end, Sonny the food critic loved it, and that was an insane experiment. However, today things are gonna get even weirder. Let me explain. This is the star of today's show, a beautiful New York strip. As you can see, it has great marbling, which is exactly what you're looking for whenever you buy steaks. Now I'm going to be doing something that has been done for many years, and that is to preserve the steak. Now there's several different methods of preserving a steak like this. Nowadays we just vacuum seal steaks and put it in the freezer. But many years ago there was no such thing as vacuum sealed, and what they did use is fat. That helps preserve the meat, and hopefully it's going to do the same for this steak. So the first thing I needed to do was to find a nice container. This one is perfect because not only is it food safe, it will allow me to see what's actually happening. So I went ahead and started by adding the fat. And for this, I chose a good quality olive oil. The more, the better. Just adding the fat in there is mesmerizing. I hope this is going to be a good thing and not a bad one. And since Sonny had many different weird things in life, I want to make sure that he has a good experience. At least that's my hope. As now, the only thing left to do was to go ahead and add our steak. And as I did, I'll tell you one thing. Something was happening with the fat. I can't explain what it is. Hopefully, it's going to be something beneficial. But as I was doing this crazy experiment, I wanted to go beyond just olive oil. So I went ahead and placed this one on my dry ager and got the next contender. And that would be mayo. Now, if you're not familiar with mayo, it is mainly made with oil, so it should have a similar result. So after choosing the right steak for it, I went ahead and started covering the whole steak. The more, the better. The key here is to ensure that every single edge of the steak is fully covered with it. Doing this on the cutting board is not the ideal thing. So I went ahead and got a plastic container. I made a nice beautiful bed of mayo, placed my steak right on top, and continued to cover the whole thing with it. Like I said, the more the better. As once I was done, the only thing left to do is to cover it up and let it rest on my dry ager for a long time. Once the time was up, I took it out and look. This was the most shocking part for me. You can clearly see that the olive oil did its job, but the fat also had a weird reaction. So I was super curious to find out how the steak was gonna be. So I immediately removed it from the olive oil and lay it down on a cooling rack. And to my surprise, we still had a good amount of redness. I thought the steak was gonna be completely oxidized. That was not the case. But since the olive oil did its job already, I went ahead and started removing as much as I could. And you can clearly see that the steak has tenderized. But remember, we're not done yet, as I went ahead and took out the mayo steak. Now this one, as soon as I started removing the mayo, it was a complete different story. It is not as pink, and as soon as I transferred to a cooling rack, the smell was very powerful. So I went ahead and did the same exact thing, removing all the mayo as much as possible. This was much harder than the olive oil steak, but after trying to remove as much as possible, once I was done, this is what it looks like. You can clearly see that the pinkness is completely gone. That's expected though, because remember, mayo is not only made out of oil, it has several different other things, including vinegar, so that almost immediately oxidizes the steak. But when I put all of them side by side, take a look. We got the control steak on the left, the mayo steak in the middle, and the olive oil on the right. Now remember that these steaks were aged for a long time, and the fact that the olive oil is still almost similar to the control steak is impressive. But the question is, what will it taste like? When I hold the control steak in my hand, it is exactly what you would expect. Because for comparison, the mayo one is much more tender. We got the fat completely separating. And when I hold it on my hand and squeeze it, it doesn't bounce back. And when I jump onto the olive oil steak, it feels almost identical to the control. But at the same time, you can clearly see something happened. It seems like preservation of the steak is next level. But at the same time, it looks like a fresh steak. I cannot wait to find out how it's gonna taste. Because now the only thing left to do is to go ahead and get them seasoned. I kept it real simple, a good amount of salt followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. As now that they're fully seasoned, just in case things went south, I wanted to go ahead and make an awesome side dish. And this one will please all meat lovers out there. Surprisingly, to make it, it's quite simple, and here's how. The first thing we need to do is to choose the potato. Gold potatoes will give you the best result. So I went ahead and sliced them nice and thin and into this microwave safe microwave container, added them in. I part cooked them in the microwave for about 5 minutes. Once that was done, they were ready. As now I had to choose the meat, and I went with the queen. This is a very special picanha, a marbling score 5 Wagyu. I went ahead and seasoned it up with salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and outside it went to smoke. Unlike most of my cooks, this one is going to be quite different, as the goal is to get as much smoky flavor as possible. Because once the time was up, I took it off, and look, we got a good amount of smoke on it. However, I had to let it rest in my refrigerator overnight, and here's why. We want to slice this thing super thin, almost like roast beef. As now I went ahead and grabbed some eggs, beat it up and got it all together, got a nice Dutch oven, buttered it up with a good amount of butter on the bottom. Then just like building a lasagna, I started with a first layer of potato, followed by low moisture mozzarella, that beautiful smoked picanha. Then I added the beaten eggs and repeated the process many more times until I got all the way to the top. As now the next step is to go ahead and cook it in the oven. So in it went at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. After about 1 hour, I took it out and take a look. It smells fantastic, but I highly recommend letting it rest on your refrigerator overnight, as the next day it's much easier to take it off. And check it out. This is exactly what I was looking for. Now just like a cake, I went ahead and started slicing it, and take a look. Now that is a meat cake. However, we are not done yet. We gotta put a nice wonderful crust. So I went ahead and got some butter and started to sear both edges. And as soon as it was golden brown, I flipped and repeated the process several more times. As in the end, take a look. A nice golden brown crust of beautiful caramelized potatoes and meat. Now this should be fantastic. To make it even better, I paired it up with a chipotle mayo. That's literally what it is. Just mayo and chipotle peppers. As now that we have our side dish ready, the only thing left to do is to go ahead and cook our beautiful steaks. Talking about that, the first thing I'm gonna do is put a nice wonderful sear. Once that's done, I'll be cooking them in indirect heat until I reach an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit. As now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to grill these beautiful steaks, so let's do it.
I know that looks good, but before trying it, I want to thank today's sponsor, Raycon. I need to be laser focused while prepping and filming, so I just put in my everyday earbuds, play some nice music, and it blocks everything out. The guys are crazy and make all kind of noises. It does not matter because the Raycon everyday earbuds are noise isolating, so it's just me and my steaks. They're so comfortable and I can have them in all day long. Raycon has made a name for themselves in premium audio with products like my everyday earbuds, plus they also have a new line of Raycon Home and Raycon PowerTech products. All of them for a great price and with thousands of 5-star reviews. Not to mention they offer easy and free returns, free shipping, and buy now, pay later options. They are perfect for a last-minute holiday gift or to help someone ring in the new year. I love the everyday earbuds as stocking stuffers since they're the perfect size. The everyday earbuds are an absolute game changer. This holiday season, get premium sound at a great price and save even more doing it. Go to buyraycon.com/Guga to get 15% off site-wide. Thank you, Raycon, for sponsoring this video, but now it's time to try these steaks, and I got no idea what's about to happen, but I can't wait to find out. All right, everybody, and here we got our beautiful steak with a nice side dish with my good friend, Sonny. Welcome back, Sonny.
Hey, everybody. I'm so happy to be here right now. Nobody cooks steaks better than you. You know, the experience of enjoying high-quality steaks that are free, it doesn't get better than that.
Keyword free right there.
I love Sonny because you're so brutally honest.
Oh, yeah.
And as a matter of fact, that's actually what I'm looking for today.
What you got?
So we got a little experiment going on. Last time it was a little bit weird. This time might be even weirder.
I just feel like you open up your fridge, you look for something to put on your hot dog, and you're like, I'm gonna dry age with that.
That's pretty much what happens.
Yeah, okay.
We've had some crazy stuff on this channel, like the last time you were here, Sonny, the ketchup dry age.
Yeah, I remember it tasted a lot like MSG.
Yes.
And that's what I compared it to. And then I tried to find a bottle of ketchup to see, wait, is there MSG in here? There was not.
No, there is. So there's MSG on tomatoes.
Oh, naturally occurring?
Exactly. So everybody on the comment section on that video were just like saying like Sonny has the best palate in the world because you tasted that MSG from the tomato. Damn, Sonny.
I'm very sensitive.
Listen, enough talking, because now I want to know about these steaks. Give me your honest opinion. We're gonna start this direction. Enough talking, let's give it a go. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. So good.
Very nice.
Last time you were here, the worst thing you ever had was stingray liver. Has anything changed?
That's much better than stingray liver.
Sonny, tell me the truth. Is it hard for you to keep a nice, respectful, straight face when you're eating something that you don't like and you just go like,
Well, you're gonna find out as soon as I eat these.
I like your honesty. Okay. So that was our control, by the way.
Sure.
Let's see if it's gonna go up or down from here. Please dig in, Sonny.
At some point, you're gonna tell me what you did to this, right?
Yes, 100%. Let's dig in. You ready for it?
Oh, wait, so I eat it first and then you tell me after?
Yeah, of course. I'm not gonna tell you right now. Enough talking. Let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. That's very good.
I like that more than the first one.
Oh my God! Don't say that, Sonny.
If he says that, Sonny, that pretty much means he did some really weird to the steak.
100%.
It's very juicy.
I love the flavor on it. It's a little bit more salty, a little bit more savory, even a little additional creaminess that you get from this steak too. That just adds onto that beefy flavor. It makes it really nice and delicious.
Hold on, does he know what you did to it?
No, not at all.
He's not in on it?
Not at all.
I can't taste MSG in tomatoes, but I give a little bit of a description.
I agree, it is very savory. It's like it's held its moisture in better than the control. So there's a lot more moisture inside, it's more succulent. You've done something to this steak.
Oh, 110%. Do you like it better than the control?
I do.
I absolutely love it, enjoyed it, but now I want you to try this side dish.
At what point do I learn what you did to that?
In the end. Yeah, not right now, because if I tell you right now, you won't need the next one.
Oh, no.
It's not what we want to hear when we're eating food, man.
So this right here, potato and picanha. That's straight up what it is. There's nothing else there. Potato and picanha there.
Wow, this was like a birthday cake for a caveman.
Exactly.
Meat, potato, sauce.
100% picanha, yes.
Oh, that's delightful. Oh, this sauce is nice too.
It's not spicy for you? God damn, it's spicy.
Looking at it, I thought it would be really carby, because mostly I see potatoes, but biting into it, it's an excellent balance of protein and carbs in there. It has a great texture. It's delicious, especially when you mix it with this sauce. It's kind of like a spicy mayo.
Exactly what it is, with a lot of spiciness.
You can really taste the individual ingredients and the layers that make this. You get that potato, you get some beefy flavor from the picanha, and that sauce coats it beautifully, adds a nice little tang that balances out the flavors very beautifully. I like this a lot.
Wow, he speaks very like...
Yeah, like a poet. That was beautiful.
Exactly. All right, let's go for the last steak. Let's see.
I'm suspicious.
Oh, you should be.
It does look extra juicy. Well, at least shiny, like you put sunblock on it.
Sunblock. Damn, Sonny, getting roasted on my own video.
It looks like it's been slathered with baby oil.
All right, enough talking. Let's give it a go. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers. Very interesting.
Less creamy than the second one. More succulent and juicy than the first one, the control. Savory, a bit of saltiness in there.
I feel like it's slightly tender too.
100% it's more tender. And I think I actually enjoyed this steak quite a bit. Which one did you like the best?
This one's more normal. This one stands out.
Okay.
So I like this more because it's more unique.
That last steak that we tried is by far the juiciest out of the three. I do think it's also the most tender, but I'm a bigger fan of the flavor profile of the second steak we tried. I like that creamy saltiness that you get from the steak. For me, the second steak is my winner.
Wow, both of you. I actually enjoy this one quite a bit. I might be a sucker for it because I know what it is though. So these steaks right here, both of them have actually been inside marinating for a year.
A year.
What?
In mayo and olive oil.
Oof, duh.
Is that even safe to eat?
That is quite a commitment.
No, I'm just kidding. It was 30 days.
Okay. So you really do just open your refrigerator and then whatever the heck you see in there.
There's some other weird stuff in there. You ready to try some more?
I feel actually terrified looking inside your refrigerator.
You should be. But that's the result, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. Remember, everything I use is always on the description down below. Don't forget to check out Sonny's channel. You will be on the link in the description down below. Best ever food review show. And I'm very happy to call you my friend.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
See you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Oh, a piece.
A peace.